Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Life is Magical podcast. This is Srimanju Katragadda. I'm presenting you with a topic that's very dear to me for over 14 years or even before. Um, I hope this resonates with you, the topic, or something it shifts to you, that you connect to your own self deeply as well. And I know I'm presenting a podcast after a month. There has been a lot happen in my personal life that I needed a little break to process, to integrate, and come back with something that's more relevant, more purposeful, more meaningful. Yeah. If you're listening to this and you connect, please do spread this love and light to others that might need the shining energies, a guidance or a message, or smile at the people that you look at that might shift their frequencies, that might shift their mindset to where they're processing. With all that love and thank you, deep gratitude to each one of you for holding and tuning back in. So, the topic that I'm bringing today is, how do you recognize yourself as a healer? Are you a healer, even? And this is such a deep thing. As my life began with the healing journey in 2009, way before that, I always wanted to be some sort of a service. The only thought that I could have was being a doctor. But of course, I wasn't smart in my head to score to the marks that I could become one. So life had its own turns. And then I took in computers. And then 2009 was the last moment that I had to wake up to listen to my own inner calling that I didn't previously, even though the signs were so relevant. And this is where I want to share with you. Maybe you're already owning yourself as a healer. Maybe you're struggling to own yourself as a healer with all the stigma, the words that are being given to us, or you are identifying yourself to be one. So here, hopefully this gives you a connection, a mind where you connect to your soul tribe as you open up and own yourself. Yeah. It's usually easy for us to assume that all healers are doctors, naturopaths, chiropractors, psychics, or mediums, right? Because that is how the narrative has been to us since at least for past few decades. And there are many types of healers, and this is just not one. And if you say growing up this is your aim or ambition to become a healer, there's no career path, right? It's an inner calling, inner knowing, and with that is what we choose is onto the surface, being a nurse or a doctor or a naturopath, anything that certifies you to serve to people, right? But it's like very much what's happening is even when you turn the news or read an article about healing, at least to some context, they only refer to the medical professions or journals of that. But glad a lot of light workers, empaths, and healers are now connecting both the wellness side of mind, body, and soul connection and enhancing the lives, yeah, to destigmatize this whole idea of being a healer. And there are plenty of people who have no training at all in medicine, but they consider themselves as healers or spiritual guides because they follow a specific path that allows them to connect with the divine energy that is around us, within us, which then allows them to guide others through the times of need. These people might not have any credential providing them as such, yet they would still like to have their services be visible so others can resonate and receive the cell. I'm talking from the honest, the light beings here. Of course, with any professions, any things, there are the positive side or the good beings or the not so great ones who enhance and manipulate others. But let's just digging into the light, the divine light, the source light, when it says you to do, follow something, either telepathically or saying like, hey, connect to this friend, or a message, give this. When you do that, you are being a healing service. You are signing up your contract and processing that contract right now in that moment. So here is some questions I would like to put it out to you. Think about it. Like, do you have a desire to help others? Did you ever feel like, you wanted to make a difference in the world, or that healing is a way to do it, or your heart goes out when you see someone suffering, like, in any capacity of it, or you want to help children when they are sick or when they are being abused, or you wanted to be a foster parent, either like humans or to the dogs or the cat or the sheltered places, like, or did you have your own story of being abused, neglected, and now you're recovering and you have a deeper passion, deeper knowingness? Yes, that is for a reason. Now I understand that pain deeply. I have witnessed it, and now I want to help others. That is what you are already processing to the path that you need to own. Or are you a caring person by naturally? Do you have a desire to help others again? Make them feel better even when it's hard for you? Or you care about things and people more than yourself? I do see them quite often, like, where you give your 100% for others and very little have you got in store for you, and where the empathy comes very natural to you that you don't need to make even any effort around it. Say, for example, someone is upset beside you. You want them to know that they're not alone in their pain or a struggle with life. Or you just place the hand and them saying, I'm there for you. Or you heart breaks for those who are struggling with mental health issues or addictions. You know how hard it can be on everyone, included yourself as well, and how important is that people get the help they need. And you're not judging them, you're just wanting them a better situations or better circumstances for them. Or you cry easily because sometimes emotions are just overwhelming. Here is another thing. Do you cry when watching movie which is emotional? Or do you cry when someone is in pain as well? Yeah, that's the most important thing. You care about things and people more than yourself. Do you feel that resonating with it? As like you downplay your own things that are happening and you try to be there for everyone and suppress your emotions, not knowing that you are suffering, and you just want to help others. You care for the people, you care for the world, the animals, the nature that you live in. It could be the environment that's really bugging you, if it's seeing the plastic there or how we treat the forest or the oceans. Now you create it for your you care for your community. What happens to it? Like, what are we giving sustainable living, or what's happening to our children, the next generations coming up? You care for everyone around you for a good health and a safety. Again, not be a doctor or a nurse or a therapist. Even if you do or provide emotional support, when someone else needs help, that is a super important thing. That is a major qualification to be a healer, to own yourself as a healer who is not having a cape, who is not having a cardigan to say like, you are qualified healer, but your heart knows who you are. Do you feel an interest in others and want to know their stories? Do you genuinely feel that? Because as a child, even I remember like loving to hear the stories. And if someone comes in, like relatives, and they would be talking about their stories, I would want to sit there. But my parents would send me, no, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to study. Like, I always would resonate with the stories because you are connecting at that deeper level. I love to feel that. Of course, I didn't know sometimes how to help, but just listening was so beautiful. And I do understand if someone can just listen to me, how wonderful, how transformative in that moment could be. Because as I'm using my words, I'm also getting my own answers through it. And I don't need others to tell me what to do in that moment. But I just reflect back to what's happening. Yeah. Does empathy or caring comes natural to you? Is like to understand the feelings or to feel it before someone says, like, you can read their energies? Or do you feel something is wrong with them, they're not usual? Do you observe it? Like, empaths, you have this title. Even when you were younger, you read the room very well, like, you behave accordingly. Maybe we didn't know this word was existing, so we thought it was a natural way we were processing it. Yeah, but that's your like strength in your healing, or you're connecting to people at a deeper emotional level. Maybe even the person doesn't know they're going through, but you see it, like, what they can't see it as well. So you're already giving them the light that they need in that moment of time, recognizing that pain that they are surrounded with. And the cry definitely is my top one. Like, as a child, I was always being told as a cry baby. And any emotions I transmute through my tears much easily. I cry with a reason. I cry with an emotion. I cry with letting these tears honor into beingness, and I strengthen up after it. If someone can handle it, I do understand they have shielded and protected very well, that they don't see the energy there. And now I know how to open up as well. Like, it could be exhausting. It could be tiring holding it up for too long. Like, and that's where when my clients through Reiki or Akashic records bring up their tears, I honor it. I celebrate it for them, because it's so beautiful space that they can open up and just be themselves, like, with nothing to be bothered about. Yeah, like, I'm not judging. I'm definitely, because I'm with it, I'm partying with it. Yeah, and that's a beautiful space. Create your own space. It could be in the shower, it could be in the pillow, it could be in your car. Create that space for yourself, because it's so liberating for your soul that you've built in more deeper connections, deeper energies as you open up and release. And ask yourself, like, do you cry for you? Do you cry for others? Do you cry like when there is very suffering, when you hear the news, like, and feel that, own it, love it, like, dance along with it, and that's the most important thing. Empathy sometimes is just not a word, it's actual thing with real physical, mental, emotional manifestations that are hard for people to understand or relate, because they can't see or feel what you do. And again, it's not for everyone. Let's say I used to think everyone is naturally empathic, but no, the more I'm moving through, more I'm growing myself, I see some are numb, some are disconnected, some don't even feel anything, or they refuse to feel anything. Yeah, so with that is like, own your own empathy. You will find your soul tribe, trust me, you will find. Even it might take a long journey for you to understand and go deeper. And with that is like, you'll feel like, someone is watching you, or someone is comforting you, or a stranger comes in. Allow that moment to come in, like, don't stop yourself, and be an open mind. Don't judge them why they are here for you or anything. They just want to hold a space. Allow yourself to be held as well. It's okay to break your own shield, so you are connecting. Yeah. And definitely that is where you are connecting to your own healing portal, your own ownership of who you are, how you have recognized yourself. And that will bring you into the deeper knowingness of, like, there is nothing that can be avoided. Like, all the experience that you have felt, moved through, you numbed yourself, you are growing stronger and stronger in this lifetime, because you got a purpose. Check in, sit with that. Who are you? What is your purpose? And how you can elevate or bring yourself Being an empath, being a light worker, these are beautiful taglines, but I also say welcome to explore how you protect, how you take care, how you care and nourish your soul. Those are the most important things, yeah, because it's great to have all that on the surface knowingness, but how to transmute, how to connect deeply is another level that you have to do, and that's the most important thing, yeah. I hope you do feel this, and I hope you do feel connected truly, deeply in your heart center and reflect back so you can do this inner work with much ease and peace. My heart is with you. My soul is with you in lifting your spirits, and just allow this moment of recognition, just moment, feel you're owning yourself to be who you truly are, with the purpose that you came in to light it up, to connect to that, and feel yourself that butterfly transformation coming through, and living your life with content and connected to all the other souls who are in this journey with you, who made a contract to be with you. Allow them. With that, own yourself, love yourself unconditionally, and give time for you to process. Any thoughts that are coming in, make a note in your journal and sit with that. Let that healing take you to deeper level. For those who are interested to strengthen up your skills or to know more about what is it to be a healer, how do you feel, how do you enhance, how do you care? For me, ideally, Reiki is the one that helps me, nourishes me, and I'm teaching that over this week, in this month, in April. So if you're interested, drop me a message and we can talk about it. And Reiki is one of the strength tools for me. It could be a meditation for others. It could be some other tools, like, having a toolkit is so important in this journey. So with that, lots of love and thank you for listening till this moment. Hope these are resonating with you and helping you in owning you and processing. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, my love and best wishes are with you forever. Thank you so much, guys. Life is magical. Own it. Thank you. Namaste. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.